Sexual orientation OCD is a subtype of OCD that centers around the obsession of intrusive thoughts, intrusive images, visions, sensations, and feelings surrounding someone's sexuality that causes a lot of anxiety and fear. What's going on, my peoples, man? Appreciate y'all tuning back into the channel. If you haven't already, man, make sure y'all subscribe and turn on post notifications so you don't miss a beat when I upload. And as y'all can see by the title, we're going to be talking about sexual orientation OCD. Now, as y'all may or may not know, this is actually one of the first subtypes I ever dealt with when it comes to OCD, and I still deal with it to this day. So you can say I'm like an expert when it comes to knowing the ins and outs of this subtype. And yeah, disclaimer before we get into the video, I am going to be talking about common triggers, obsessions, and compulsions when it comes to this subtype in this video. So if I do not mention a trigger, obsession, or compulsion that you may go through when it comes to this subtype in this video, do not worry, because OCD isn't one size fit all. What you may go through with OCD, I may not go through with OCD. What I go through with OCD, you may not go through with OCD, and that's okay, because we should not let each other's journey of OCD define each other's journey with OCD. So yeah, if you haven't already, make sure you follow me on all my social medias. I'm gonna put them right here. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video, man. So when I started dealing with sexual orientation OCD at first, it wasn't called sexual orientation OCD. It was called HOCD, homosexual obsessive compulsive disorder. And basically it was straight people obsessing over intrusive thoughts, images, visions, sensations, and feelings about being gay. So, it wasn't just straight people worrying about being gay. You had gay people worrying about being straight, or bi people worrying about them not even being bi. So to fit everybody, sexual preferences, they changed it to sexual orientation OCD. So the fear and anxiety that we feel behind our sexual orientation OCD is due to us feeling like our sexuality is changing against our free will. And with us constantly dealing with triggers like intrusive thoughts telling us that we are gay, or we are straight, or we are bi when we're not, it makes us feel like we are in denial. And to everyone that's dealing with this subtype out there, I just want to tell you personally that you are not in denial. You are just not confident as you will want to be about your sexuality. But can you honestly blame yourself though? When you're constantly dealing with triggers like intrusive thoughts, like I said, that's telling you that you are something that you're not, but you're constantly dealing with it no matter what you try to do. It's like, how can you not feel like you are in denial? So I understand that feeling, but I just want to let y'all know that y'all are not in denial. And you know who you are, and you know what you want. And I don't know about anybody else that deal with this subtype. I will speak for me, because I know a lot of people like to assume things when they hear about what we go through when it comes to this subtype. I don't fear the sexuality that I'm obsessing over. You know what I'm saying? I fear that, I don't know who I am, and basically I just been in denial my whole life. Even though I know I haven't, it just feels like I am. And I told myself at one point, like, honestly, because I'm straight, I told myself, like, if I was gay, I feel like I wouldn't care. And it's just the fact that it's like, I don't want to be gay, but my mind is telling me, like, you gay. You want this, you like this, and I know I don't, and I know I don't want to. So that's what we fear. We don't fear the sexuality that we are obsessing over. So, yeah. But here are some triggers that someone with sexual orientation OCD may come across. Intrusive thoughts, so like having unwanted thoughts surrounding being attracted to the gender that you're not attracted to, or having unwanted sexual thoughts about the gender that you're not attracted to. Intrusive images and visions, so basically unwanted images or visions of you being with the gender that you're not attracted to, or intrusive images or visions of you doing sexual things to the gender that you're not attracted to. Intrusive dreams, so having unwanted dreams about the things that triggers us. And sometimes we feel like with us dreaming about these things that triggers us, somehow we feel like we desire this, which triggers us even more for just even having the dream. Intrusive sensations like groaning responses. And when it comes to groaning responses are just sensations that you feel in your area. And we experience this after having an intrusive thought, intrusive images, an intrusive dream. And when we feel this, it feels like we are being aroused by the things that we are experiencing. So this triggers us as we feel like, we are, attracted to this or we desire it. And what I learned from personal experience, grown response is not you being aroused. It could be, like I said, a sensation that you feel down there. You can feel some kind of movement, but it's not arousal. And 9 times out of 10, it happens randomly. It could be because of, anxiety, or it could be you being so hard stuck, focused on, your area that, you can cause some type of sensation down there. Now, here are some obsessions that someone with sexual orientation OCD can deal with. Being in denial. So with us constantly dealing with intrusive thoughts, intrusive images, intrusive sensations, and we're just, like I said, constantly dealing with it nonstop. We feel like we are in denial. We feel like we've been in denial our whole life. Not being attracted to our partner, or just simply not being attracted to the gender that we are attracted to. So just like being in denial, we feel like, with us just constantly dealing with these triggers when it comes to sexual orientation OCD, that we are, losing attraction towards our partner if we're in a relationship, or just simply losing attraction towards the losing attraction towards the sexuality that we, are attracted to. Having a great time with the gender that you're not attracted to. Now, I found this obsession out on OCD, their website. And it's funny because I thought I was the only person that dealt with this, or at least I thought it was rare to deal with. Let me elaborate with my personal story. So I don't remember where it all started, but I remember one time when I was watching, I believe it was a Kevin Hart video. And, Kevin Hart is funny as hell. And I just, I think it was one of his old stand-up comedy videos I was watching or whatever. And I was dying laughing. Like, it was hilarious to me. And I think it was from the one where I do this. And I was, like I said, I was laughing hard. And out of nowhere, I just got an intrusive thought like, oh, you are laughing like this because you're attracted to him. And the laughter just left. And I became obsessed over that from that point on. So anytime I laughed at anybody joke or just enjoyed myself when it came to, hanging out with my guy friends or my guy cousins, stuff like that, I became triggered because my mind would tell me I found them attractive because I had a good time with them. And what will others think? Now, you may be asking, excuse me, if you are sure that you are not attracted to the other sexualities, why are you worried about what other people may think if you are? With OCD, it can be very convincing. You know what I'm saying? It makes you feel like these things are real. It's actually happening. And even though we don't want it to be real and we don't want it to happen, we think about the worst possibilities. We think about what others may think of us. We may be worried, like, we may be canceled or exiled from family and stuff like that. So, yeah. Now, here are some compulsions that someone with sexual orientation OCD may experience. Repeating phrases in our head. So for me, I used to repeat the phrase, I'm not gay, I'm not gay, I'm not gay in my head constantly to, neutralize the intrusive thoughts I used to experience. So for someone that's gay, you probably say, I'm not straight, I'm not straight, I'm not straight. And if you're bi, you probably say, I'm not attracted to, just one of the, sexualities or one gender, I'm attracted to both of them. And you will constantly say this to neutralize the intrusive thoughts that you are experiencing. Avoiding the things that triggers us. So for me, it was my high school. My high school was, where I got my first episode at, where everything that, triggered me was at. And it was a lot of things that triggered me at that school. So I tried my best to avoid it, even though I couldn't do a good job because I had to go to school. So I basically, either tried to avoid going to school or, delay, me going and, trying to miss the things that triggered me. And yeah, so for anyone else, like I said, it'll just be you trying to avoid anything that triggers your sexual orientation OCD. Testing. So, watching, adult films to see if you are attracted to, the sexuality that you say you are attracted to, or to see if you're attracted to the sexuality that you don't want to be attracted to. And I will say, I fell victim to this quite often. But you also can test yourself with different things. You know, you can test yourself in a relationship with someone that you know that you are attracted to, or you can test yourself with flirting with someone that you know you're attracted to. Basically trying to test yourself and see if you are attracted to, you know, what you say you are attracted to. And last but not least, Googling and Reddit. Now, Google, I can say, has helped me, because I feel like that's, you know, Google help everybody, you know. Well, Google can help you, but also can, you know, send you down a rabbit hole. But Reddit, I don't care what subtype you deal with. Please do not get on Reddit. I mean, honestly, I don't know how I look now, but back then when I was dealing with that at my all-time highest, Reddit, if I had to give a percentage of how much Reddit helped me, I would say Reddit helped me 5% of the time and triggered me 95% of the time. And yeah, it's got to a point where I just banned myself from Reddit. I don't touch Reddit at all. And yeah, just stay off Reddit. Just stay off Reddit. And Google. Yeah. But that is it for this video, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? This is what sexual orientation consists of. And I hope that this video helped anybody that's watching, you know. And if you're someone that's dealing with sexual orientation, OCD, I just want to let you know that you're not alone at all. You know what I'm saying? You are very much heard, very much seen, and very much understood. And you're definitely understood, very seen, and very heard by me, because it's the only, well, not the only subtype I deal with, but the main subtype I deal with. And I hope this video helped you get a better understanding of what this subtype consists of. And yeah, you're not alone. If you're someone that's just watching this video to get a better understanding of what this subtype is, or just get a better understanding of what OCD is overall, I hope this video helps you get a better understanding of what it is. It can help you help someone around you that may or may not be dealing with this, you know, disorder or this subtype, and just help you get a better understanding of what OCD is in general. So yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all, bro. I recorded this video last night. Let's just say that part, yeah, it didn't make it. I deleted the whole shit. I was mad. I was raging because I just could not get it out. And I don't know why. But one thing about me, like I tell y'all if I be in my lives, I do not give up. You know what I'm saying? I may take a break. You know what I'm saying? I may take some time. Take some time, same shit. Tomato, potato. Same shit. I may take a break or whatever, but I will come back, which I told myself I would. But I want to give a special thanks to my beautiful wife. You know what I'm saying? She definitely motivated me to, you know, get, you know, to lock in and do this video, you know, after I felt defeated and I felt like I couldn't do it. So, babe, if you're watching, I love you and I appreciate you so much. And yeah, I think that's it. More videos on the way. Happy Mental Health Monday to everybody. You know what I'm saying? I should be streaming right now, or I'll probably stream today. I hope y'all had a great day. Hope y'all had a great weekend. And yeah, I think that's it. More videos on the way. We are coming to an end of the series as well. There are 2 subtypes that I forgot to talk about, though, or one, I think. It's 2 or 1. Health OCD. That is coming soon. I don't know how I forgot to talk about that when I deal with it. You know what I'm saying? But that video is coming very soon. And then I don't know what's up after that. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I will be making the OCD Discord. I'll be getting into it, because I already made it. I just haven't been, you know, messing around with it. So I hope after this, you know, last video, I should be, you know, locking in on it, and it should be done soon. But yeah, that's it. Once again, if y'all haven't already, make sure y'all leave a like, subscribe to the channel if y'all new, and turn on post notifications so y'all don't miss a beat when I upload. And if y'all haven't already, make sure y'all follow me on all my social medias. I'm gonna put them right here. Yeah, if you haven't already, check out my last video right here where we was playing Outlast. I think this was the A+ series video. Yeah, I got an A+, you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all go check that out. And yeah, I think that's it. Yep. Have a great day. Have a great night whenever y'all watching this. And as always, I'm gone.